Alright, you guys, and today is going to be a talk on OS X El Capitan, like I promised, and I'm going to try and dismiss the so-called bugs that the Apple Viz team has talked about. Now, some of these might be true bugs. I was a beta tester, a public beta tester for El Capitan since, when did the program start? In July, I think it was. So, by the way, if you are showing up here, if you are just now tuning in, make your presence known by commenting at me and saying hi, because I can't, oops. Because I can't see the people who are listening at all. So, make your presence known. You know, just say hi. So, anyway, I'm going to attempt to squash these so-called bugs. Some of them might be bugs. I've reported all of these to Apple when I was doing the public test, and actually, surprisingly, the betas were very, very stable. I started running the betas on equipment that was very old. It was a 5-year-old hard drive. Yeah, a 5-year-old hard drive. And by the way, this will be archived on Cache and YouTube. I cannot get the file, I cannot get the caches to play, by the way. And I did use Google Chrome on OS X, and I used Safari, and I cannot get this cache to play. So, what was I saying? Oh yeah, so the betas were very, very, very stable. There are some things I'm not liking right now that I didn't see in the GM release. Are some things I'm not liking right now that I didn't see in the GM release. And by the way, for those of you who are interested, who are new, I published a book on a guideline on a how-to on a how-to with El Capitan. It's very tiny, but if you are interested, go to TFFP podcast. Let's try that again. TFFPpodcast.com/books. And let me just reply to this real quick. Someone's having trouble with Night Owl, and I don't know how to fix it. Anyway, I lost my train of thought. Let's see if I can catch the train back to where I was. I just lost my train of thought. It just left the station. Anyway. So, the beta was very stable. Oh yeah, so I started running it on a 5-year-old hard drive. I'm like, no, this isn't going to work. So I created a partition and installed the beta there. Well, then I installed the beta on VMware. Never doing that again, by the way. Never do that. That was not fun. So then I installed the beta on my internal drive on a separate partition. That actually worked out really well. Unfortunately, I had to give up a lot of space on my external, on my main partition, because, well, yeah, that didn't, yeah. Oh, the book, I remember. Go to tffppodcast.com/books. It's going to be the guide on El Capitan. There's also a share button, so spread the word there. You can get the post, you can get the book for about $3 off. You can get the audio tutorials for about $2 off, but you can still pay what you want. So that's the way the model works. You pay as low as the price suggests. Actually, you start at the lowest the price suggests, and then the suggested price, and then you can pay more as well. It's a really cool model, and the authors actually make more royalties that way. So, for example, someone bought my book for $20, and I got 17 out of it. Now, I don't get that right away, but, that's fine. I'm very patient until LeanPub, makes my funds available. I'm very, very, very patient. So, hey! Hey there, Jesse, and let's see if that also showed up on Meerkat. Stop it! Ah.
+4.
And...
Hello.
Oh, hi there. Let me grab your name. Luis Coconel? Or Coconel. I'm using voiceover, by the way, on iOS. That's the mystery voice that you hear. And I thought there was another, oh, whoops. Okay, that wasn't on Twitter. I'm streaming on Mirror. I almost dropped my phone. Oops. Let's go to the serious now. If you have a voiceover ducking instead of sound effects enabled, voiceover will start ducking. There's a fix to that. Disable ducking. Go to Utilities, go to Sounds with Command 6, then go to the checkbox that says Disable Ducking. No need to disable sounds. So... actually, I noticed this in the Alex voices. Actually, I think they fixed it. Because I have ducking enabled for 2 activities, VMware and VLC. And I'm not experiencing the problem anymore. So they might have fixed it in this particular release, which might be different than the GM build. So I'll just count that as fixed and resolved. There are major delays in activities when using the nuanced voices. For those of you who don't know what activities are, basically, let's say you have a voice that you want to use for a particular app, such as Twitter or Mail or whatever. You can have that voice being played and then the other rest of the OS using Alex, for example. That's what I was talking about earlier with voiceover activities. I have one that ducks the it ducks the output VLC and VMware Fusion. I just shut off voiceover and I don't need it, but it's there when I need it, so that way it's not interrupting what I'm doing. Now the delays and nuance, that's probably not an Apple issue. That is a nuance issue. Those of you who know how to contact nuance can do so. You know, those of you who can contact nuance can report the delays, or you can email accessibility@apple.com. and provide a 3-page bug report, including screenshots, demos, links to websites that might have the issue, explain how to, basically, I can write a 3-page memo in about 10 minutes. I've been doing beta testing since about 2003 for various developers of softwares. Never done a hardware one before. I don't think so. I don't remember. Okay, moving on. When creating a new event in Calendar, you may experience navigating around the dialog. I actually didn't have that issue when I was testing the GM. Actually, let's test that. Whoops, let's drop my phone first. So, oh geez, my O key is falling off of my MacBook Air's keyboard. Alright, so let's continue. Alright. And let's see, testing tonight at 7 p.m.
Application. Edit text. October 1st, 2000. Add alerts. Repeat. Or edit attendees. Button. Add alerts. Repeat. Press add alerts. Repeat. Or trial time. Button. 7 p.m. Time. Ends. October 1st, 2015. Date. 8 p.m. Repeat. 9. Pop up. Trial time. 9. Pop up. Alert. 9. Pop up. Edit attendees. Button. Add notes. Show button. Show button. Add 9. 9. Pop up. Trial time. 9. Pop up. Repeat. 9. Pop up. Every month. Every year. Custom analysis. Custom analysis.
Let's do custom.
Custom. Check. Every 1. Content select. Week dash on. Week list 1 cancel button. Week list 1 selected. T. Check. Checkbox.
Oh, wow. Okay.
Enter. T. Check. T. Check. T. F. Uncheck checkbox. S. Uncheck checkbox. F. T. Check. W. Uncheck checkbox. T. F. Uncheck checkbox. S. Uncheck check. F. T. W. Uncheck check W. T. Check checkbox. W. Check checkbox. Uncheck W. Okay. Cancel button.
So far, no issues.
November green.
November 2000. Let me get rid of that dialogue. I think.
Calendar. Window chooser. Text expander. Close. Calendar. Close window. 9. Pop up button. Close. Calendar.
Okay, so I brought the calendar back by enabling the Windows VOF2, and I realized to twice, going down to the previous window, hitting enter, and I just closed it. But let me get rid of that calendar. That event, rather.
6 Friday, 5, 1, 31, Saturday, next month, previous month, next, November, green, November, green,
come on.
October, next month, previous month, button, October 2015, enter, 2015, stop enter, horizontal splitter, October, previous month, button, next month, button, October 2015, next month, October, green, enter, 28, Monday, September, 12, Monday, October, 5, Monday, October, button, 20, 2, Friday, October, button, today, 1, Thursday, October, button, no visit, 2, Friday, October, today, 1, Thursday, October, button, press today, 1, Thursday, October, button.
All right, let me view my week. I can't.
Thursday, October,
there we go.
Wednesday, September 30th, 2000, Thursday, Friday, Thursday, testing, starts October 1st, 2015, 7:00 p.m. and 8:00 p.m. This event, Thursday, October 1st, 2015, lips. Friday, October, Thursday,
and I just got rid of it. So, no issues with the calendar as far as I can tell. So there's one bug that's dismissed. As far as I'm aware, there is that bug that is dismissed. In fact, what I'm going to do is I'm going to write to the. I'm in the middle of a Meerkat stream dismissing all of these bugs. At least that's my goal. Let's spell goal right. If you miss it, feel free to catch it on my YouTube. I'll put my YouTube address. No. There we go. And I just put my YouTube address there.
That's my goal. Selected. Plain text. Text format. Comments are edit text. Spelling and grammar. Suggested corrections. Empty table. Ignore. If you is selected edit text. Minimize button. Spelling. Quick now off. Suggested correction. Unselected. Ignore button. If you content selected edit. I F Y. If you selected. The accessibility goes to save button.
And let's save these changes. By the way, I'm doing this because many people don't know how to, they think that just because something isn't working right, that it's a bug. That is not the case in about 95% of the cases. Just like how I pointed out in iOS, most of these are not bugs. Okay, maybe the delays are a nuance, but that is not Apple's problem. That is Nuance's problem, and report that, of course, using either the feedback utility if you're a public beta tester, the developer account if you're a developer, or email accessibility@apple.com with a 5-page PDF report explaining exactly what's going on, including demo screenshots and links. So, let me actually give myself a little bit of a break. Oh, and thank you for the follow, by the way. I forgot who you are, but thank you for the follow. I can't view your profiles, guys, so if you're new, even if you're not new, chime in and say hi, because that way I'll know if you're here. That way I can take attendance. I'm kidding. Okay. Water Bowl? I think that's who you are? What a Paul? No, what a pal. What a pal. Okay, so, what a pal. All right. Thanks for the follow, by the way. Let's go back to work. When you switch away from, when you go back in Safari, I've never seen that. VoiceOver reads what you're on twice if you switch away from Safari. Before you can finish this, it'll try and repeat the item. I've never seen that. I have never ever seen that. And I was beta testing even the public betas. I've never seen that. And I just did that probably maybe 3 hours before I was on here. So doesn't mean it doesn't happen. This might just be a per use cases, ignorance on how to use Safari, or, well, a bug. But again, report this to Apple, accessibility@apple.com, include, a PDF explaining exactly what should happen in list form. That's the key. Write a memorandum, guys. It's not that hard. Okay, it is, but it can actually be quite therapeutic. Call me crazy if you want.
Fire often, especially in password fields. VoiceOver will think that the old keys are locked. Pressing tab from a password field, for instance, will often generate a response, ignoring that key.
In a password field, VoiceOver thinks the keys are locked. I've never had that issue.
Password, one password window, unlock, enter your master password.
Now.
One password window, search text field.
So, I don't know if my key's locked at all. I just reset VoiceOver. And all is well. So, I'll be reporting that one. I don't know how to reproduce that one, but I will be reporting that one probably when I get off of here.
Heading level 2, you are here. Heading level 1, heading level 3, serious ones. List 2, 3, 5, 6 ways out the HTML area so far. 7, 6 ways out the HTML area so far. VoiceOver really always fails to toggle quick nav with left and right arrows. It seems.
VoiceOver seems to fail to toggle quick nav on with the HTML area. I just did it. So you just have to keep trying on that one. So there you go. And these are not really showstoppers, people. I'm getting tweets, oh, I don't want to upgrade. The more people that upgrade, the more that can upgrade, the more that report the issues, the more that people will know, the more that Apple will know to fix these bugs. Because if all of us are reporting these and none of you users are, Apple will not give the time of day to do this. They will not fix it because us, poor developers are reporting this. They want user feedback, so just bite the bullet, as they say, and upgrade. When you're in DOM or group, don't ask what DOM stands for, DOM, or group mode. VoiceOver will be stuck in group mode. I don't use group mode. I have not used group mode since about 2012, maybe. So, yeah. But those who are having that issue, write to accessibility@apple.com and, give them a 3 to 5 page memo of what's going on. It's easy. Well, it's not easy, but it is quite therapeutic. And that's it for the major bugs. Now, the calendar bug I couldn't reproduce, so strike that off the list as even a bug. And the Safari bug I saw, although I don't know really how to report that one, although just try my best. Last time I reported a bug, they couldn't reproduce it at all. So yeah, I think that's it for that one. Let's go to moderate. Okay, this is not a bug, this is a feature. When you hit enter to read a message, it'll land you inside the scroll area. There's a simple fix, interact. I personally like this feature because that way your screen is less cluttered, or at least your area you're working with is less cluttered. The way I think of interacting, I don't want VoiceOver to decide what I want to interact. Alright, I'm back. Yeah, Meerkat just completely and utterly died. Okay, so, the first one's catched, K-A-T-C-H-E-D, and I'm still trying to help this one person with their night owl problem. Alright, so like I was saying before, in regard to interacting with the mail area, and I'm not gonna demo this because I don't really want people reading my mail. I'm actually gonna go off camera for a minute because I seriously need a drink. I'm not going to, I don't want VoiceOver to decide where I can interact. Oh, that feels better.
One credit. L ampersand. L ampersand. L. At G17, I do whatever you type it in an S or another. I think the first one is filter. Choose. Reply. Table. 1 220.
All right. So, if you are Okay, so the scroll area. That is not a bug. That is a feature where you hit enter and read a message. Actually, do I have a message? Yeah, let me see.
Inbox 176 messages. Vertical splitter. Messages. Interact with message. Mail house. Uncalled bounce notification.
Yeah.
Inbox 176 messages. Vertical splitter. Messages. Interact with message. Mail house. Uncalled bounce notification.
Yeah. So if I hit enter to read this message.
Uncalled bounce notification. Search Gmail default. All mail. Window. Toolbar. Message content. Scroll area.
Yeah. See, that lets me know, hey, you're in a message now. That is not a bug. That is a feature. So, I could just interact.
Interact with. The attached message was received as a bounce. When the bounce format was not recognized, or the number items could be extracted from it. Hit text. The attached message was received as a bounce.
And, and then I can just get rid of the message. Which I just did. So, again, not a big issue. Not something I'm going to spend time reporting. It is a feature, and it has not gotten worse and worse. In fact, to me, it's gotten better and better. In calendar, voiceover announces the dates. It used to say, 2 events. Now, there is a workaround for that. Launch by week. I've been doing this since last year, actually, because I had some calendar issues and it wouldn't show me my month. So I just launched by week. It's actually easier for me to see. So from calendar, hit Command plus numero 2. And there you go. By the way, for those who are new, feel free to say hi or are coming back. Because like I said, I can't see the profile for Meerkat. For my people who are watching, I can't see the profile. So say hi. Or, restream. Do something to get my attention. Don't cameo me though, because this is not gonna be a cameo. So don't do that. Don't do that. Don't do that. So, anyway, what was I? Oh, yeah. Yeah, calendar. Launch the calendar, hit Command plus numero 2, and you're in week view, and from there you should be all set to go. Not that big of a deal. It's actually more organized that way. Now, for those of you who are interested, I did this in the last part, and I am going to be uploading both of these to YouTube in one huge file. As soon as I can get MPEG Streamclip to work. Alright. Or VidConvert, I think is what I use now. So, I have a book out actually explaining most of this, not calendar. But I explained most of this in mail. I have audio tutorials and everything else. You can go to tffppodcast.com/books. And there are 2 links. One is a share for the cost of a post. And you can get coupons and stuff for, you can get a coupon promo code for that. There are 2 price models there. There is the lowest price, which is what the coupon's on. And then there is the minimum, what is that thing called? Suggested price. So let's say, in this case, let's say the lowest price was $10, the suggested price was $15. You can pay in between that, or you can go higher. It's a pay-as-you-go model that LeanPub has adopted that I personally like because, this way you're not limited to what if this author deserves more and I can't pay them more and I can't email them to give them more, It's really cool. All right, so back to what I was doing. Let me just check my phone here.
Stop button.
Whoa, okay, so.
Show off comment button. At $4 was this.
By the way,
comment button. Button. Show off comment button. Show off button. Button.
By the way, I was having a really interesting issue with Meerkat when I got the phone call and I hit OK.
Show off button. Button. Show off button.
I got presented.
Master like this. Master at $4. Share comment button. Show off button. Share photo to your watchers. Comment. Show. Click. Stop button. Stop button. Share photo to your at $4 was this. Share photo to your watchers. Share photo to your watchers. Comment button. Show off button. Flip camera button.
Okay, how do I show?
Comment. Plus 16 people. Plus dismiss user sheet button. Master was this. Dismiss user sheet button. Button. Master at $4. Share photos. Comment button. Show off button. Comment button. Share photos. Master. Share photo to your watchers. Share photo to your watchers.
How do I share the screenshot that that I took, or how do I share a photo with you guys? Because I can't. Nothing's happening here.
Share photo. Comment button. Show off button. Button. Show off button. I thought that was like this. I thought that was comment button. Button. Show off button. Comment. Show off button. Flip camera. Stop button. Stop button. Flip. Show off. Comment. I thought that was this. Comment button. Button. Text field.
Yeah.
Character mode. K7's on. Tweet switch on. Button.
Whoops.
I thought that was this. Return.
Oh.
Space. I thought that was this. I thought that was I thought that tweet switch. K7's on. Text field. Is that it? Send. Cap. Prediction. Send. Button. Text. Send. Button.
I'm just gonna send a blank.
Button. Natural was this. +3. I thought comment button. Show off button. Flip camera button. Button. Stop. Flip. Show off button.
Yeah. How do I?
Comment. Share photo to your watchers. Share photo to your
How do I share? How do I share the screenshot? I can't figure out.
Share photo to your watchers. Comment button. Show off. Flip camera button. Show off button. Button. Show off button. Comment. Natural like this.
Oh well. It's all right. Where was I? In calendar, tabbing used to move you from event to event. I actually never relied on that. I often wrote to Apple feedback saying that that feature should go away because it's not needed. In fact, let me show quickly how to navigate through the calendar. Because I do this on a daily basis. I teach on the side of this. Okay.
VoiceOver calendar window. Thursday, October 1st.
All right, so
Thursday, October 1st. Stop. Next week button. Meeting check. Friday, October 2nd. Thursday, Wednesday, September 30th, 2015. 2 events list.
So, 2 events in for yesterday. If I interact, practice English, and I practiced English again with someone else. So, you know, no big deal. I just interact with the day. I don't even bother tabbing. The 2 events list, like I was saying yesterday, a bug ago, really is no issue, because if you're in week view, you will see X number of events. So again, that can be struck off of moderate. In fact, that can be struck off, period. In Safari, well, okay, in a certain commander, such as Quick Nav, the search field is skipped. That is probably not a Apple issue. That is a website issue. I've seen that in the public betas. I reported that. I've seen that, but I saw it less when I was using the GM when that was in testing phase last week, or was it 2 weeks ago? I actually lost track of time. All right, moving on. When tweeting something by the sharing screen, with a voiceover, the sharing text is not visible. VoiceOver sees the character label, never reads how many characters are left. Let's test this.
Notifications center. Notifications radio button. Widgets. World weather widget. Calendar widget. Stops. Interact with stop interact text. Weather. World clock. Weather widget. Calendar widget. Stops. Text. World clock. Thursday. October. Do not disturb. Do not disturb.
Hey, where's my
Thursday. October. World clock. Editable widget. Weather widget. Calendar widget. Stops. Editable text. Text. Weather. Text. Edit button. Press edit. Notification table window. System dialog. Today. Selected radio button. 1. Notification items 6. Widgets. Explore area. Interact. Do not disturb. Widget. Thursday. Remove button. Today. Remove button. World clock. Reorder. Dim. World clock. Remove button. Weather. Reorder. Weather. Widget. Remove button. Calendar. Reorder. Remove. Stop. Reorder. Stop. Text. Stops. Reorder. Dim. Stops. Remove button. Count. Remove button. Stop. New widgets. Explore area. Interact. Calculator. Add button. Find my friend. Add button. Reminders. Add button. Social. Add button. Social. Add button. Press. Dim button. Stop. Notification center preferences button. App Store button. None button. Press notification table window. System dialog. Today. Selected radio button. Notifications. Radio button. 202. Widgets. Scroll. Social. World. Social. Editable. Messages button. LinkedIn button. Facebook button. Twitter button.
Actually, that's more than broken.
Notification center. Notification table window. System notifications. Radio. Widgets. Scroll. Edit button. Widgets. Thursday. Social. Edit. World clock. So interact. Messages button. LinkedIn button. NC icon. New. Twitter. Facebook button. Twitter button. Keep sending to Twitter. Pop up button.
Okay, there we go. Now it works.
Add location button. Characters remaining. Edit text insertion. Edit text. Testing. Cancel button. Post. Cancel button.
I'm not going to post that.
Calendar.
But again, no big deal if you are counting your characters. If you're not counting your characters and you hear ding, then you know that you have exceeded your post, your character limit. But now that Twitter is removing, the rumor has it that Twitter is removing their 140 character limit. So if Apple and the rest of the Twitter clients can keep up and remove that, then that issue will be moot. Now to minor. In the reminders area, the repeat and priority buttons do not have accessibility labels. Yeah, if you're I create my reminders in iOS, but let's see. I did test this, but it's been a while. Let's create a new reminder. I'm going to put remind me to end the stream. And I'm going to hit Command I.
Remind me. On day, uncheck, check out, location, uncheck, priority. None, pop-up button. Note. None, edit text, none button, none button. None, note, none, pop, priority.
So the priority thing does have an accessibility label.
Location, on day, remind me to end the stream, remind me to end the stream, remind me, on day, uncheck, edit location, priority. None, pop-up button. Note, check mark, none, high, medium, low. Divider, note, none, edit text, none button, none button.
I'm going to hit done.
Content selected, edit text, remind me to end the stream, uncheck, checkbox.
I'm going to actually get rid of that reminder. I don't.
Remind me to end the stream. Content selected. Edit. Remind me to end the stream. Uncheck checkbox. Remind me. Stop interacting with. Remind me to end the stream. 485. Complete. 485. Give gas speaker medicine. Pay my mother. Record content. Suggest matchup. Report what looks like. Remind me to end the new reminder. Remind me to end the stream. Uncheck checkbox. Reminder info button. Report what looks like.
Okay. And then I have other bugs that, or I have other reminders that don't really apply here. So the priority thing does have a label. I can't find the repeat thing. In fact, I kind of forgot that it was there. So for now, for those of you who own iOS devices, create your reminders there. In iOS 9, they will sync up with your computer if you're running El Capitan. All right. Oh, I need to tab into the page. There we go. There we go, minor. You know what? I don't even care about this bug because this is not how I use the feature. I use VOF2 twice to access system dialogues, which is actually quicker than VOF1 F1. Let me show you. VOF2 F2 twice. So, not a big issue. I can just count windows. VOF1 F1. I don't use that. There's no... I'm not going to say there's no need, but I just don't use it for that purpose. If I need to see a system dialog to see if it's there, VOF2 twice will do the trick. When you type an address in Safari, speaking... VoiceOver always speak the first character entered. I could not reproduce that. And I just did that, well, actually, I did this about 10 minutes before the actual stream. So that bug can actually be struck off the list. Sometimes VoiceOver, when invoking the reader, I love that feature, by the way, will cause Safari to go busy. I've been having that problem since Yosemite. If that happens, you just wait for a while, and VoiceOver will see the page eventually. So don't worry about that. I mean, that's kind of like just an annoyance. But you guys can report it. Send in your console reports and all that stuff through to accessibility@apple.com, and you should be good to go. And I still can't figure out how to show you guys that photo, but that's all right. Now, I'm not going to reproduce that bug. I don't use Ava. I don't like her voice. But again, that is not an Apple issue. That is a Nuance issue. But since Apple and Nuance are partnered, you guys might want to contact Nuance and see if they might fix that issue. actually give them a link to this. I will be putting a link to this on my YouTube page, my YouTube description, once I actually take the time to merge these two parts. 3 if I get cut off again, which I hope I don't. When you enable the trackpad commander, VoiceOver will attempt to, will think the trackpad is still active. The only way to resolve this is with the hit your VO keys. Let's see. I'm going to enable trackpad. Oops. Nope. Can't reproduce it. I just enabled the trackpad and then started doing the trackpad gestures, and VoiceOver took it. So this either might be a use case basis, or the person might have left their mouse keys on. If you do that, it's going to fail spectacularly. And I mean fail. So the mouse keys might have been on. I can't reproduce that bug at all. Now, wasn't there supposed to be a list of resolved bugs too? Let's go back, because I don't remember.
Heading level 2, rounds allowed post by tag. Last heading level 2, more like this. Heading level 2, and heading level 3. For people under units. Heading level 3, quick never visited. Heading level 3. Skip.
Okay, comments, there we go.
Heading level 2, main menu. Skip to me, apples, press, visit image.
And I cannot believe how fast Safari is, by the way.
Heading level 2, main menu. Heading level 2, search for. Heading level 1, welcome to. Heading level 2, getting started with your first map. I hope you like Apple Watch. Visit, Apple Visit, my, log out, apps, visit, podcast, iOS, apps, accessor, getting started with your, getting started, iOS, podcast, blog, forum, apps, blog, press, visit, blog, quick nap off, quick, heading level 3, the news laundry, heading level 3, the wait is over, heading level 3, take the size difference with the ratings, heading not found, heading level 3, the wait is over, heading level 3, the news laundry, heading level 3, April, heading not found, skip to me, heading level 1, Apple is unlimited, the accessibility one, what's new with OS 10.11,
Any of the bugs since Mountain Lion, and even since Lion.
Mentions T17 map window table row 228. L ampersand L at T17 map. I put another username. It just says create, so I do that. Ask website. 15 minutes. Reply. Edit text. Enter. Selected. Selection replies. A. Table row 1 200. Edit text. Space. Y.
So, yeah, I'm really loving OS 10. It's really OS 10 El Capitan. By the way, I believe the operating system was named for a tyrant who did something in France, but I don't really remember the history of the Captain or El Capitan. It is also a mountain in California, but I don't know where it's at. It's in one of the parks, but my geography is pretty bad, actually. Don't tell anyone, that's a secret. Oh, wait. That's not going to work out too well.
I forgot comment button, but I forgot I was restricting this.
So,
I forgot I was like this. Master like this. I forgot I was like this. I forgot I was like this.
I'm going to follow you.
I forgot how. I forgot. Talk and we clean your cat streamer. Comment button. Reply. Button. Follow. Button. Selected. Following. Show off button. Button. Cameo. Button. Flip camera button.
Oh, there's the cameo button, except I'm not going to do that. Okay. Cool. What's the reply button do, by the way?
Report. Dismiss. +5. Dismiss button. Dismiss button.
I don't know what the reply button does, but whatever. Let's go to the bottom of the...
I'm not sure how to log into thought, but I think I'm doing something wrong as I can get the tab created, but nothing in the table. Freeze. Reply. Edit text. Add Google for the line just log into your tab with your phone. Phone. Remove phone. Selected. Selection replace. Lock. Table. Row 1 229. Reply. Edit text.
Alright, so to create, I'm just going to switch gears here because I'm going to give this person an MP3 file including instructions on how to create a tab with Eurofreq. So, which is not out on the map. I love it. I love it. So, I'm going to create a new tab with Command P. I'm going to click Add. Now, I'm going to type test user. Okay, before I do that, let me actually...
User action menu button. Image. User action menu. Add removal from line 7. Last phrase copy to the pasteboard. Name. Filter tab type. Selected radio button.
Filter tab, which is what I want.
Cancel. Create. Default button. Add button.
Now,
Take user ID. Selected tab 1 of 4. Keywords. Separated.
I'm going to put the username in.
Paste.
Go to options.
Options tab. Forward press options. Name. Test user. Options. Do not show tweets. Do not show filter tweets in timeline. Uncheck. Check. Check.
Do not show filtered tweets in timeline.
Okay. Default button.
Click OK.
Default button.
And there you go. Done. Now, if I if I command arrow once to the left, whoops.
Stop in table. Row 1 of 230. L. Amperstar. L. 808 row down. No row selected. Test user. Key 7 CUM. Window. Quick map off. L. Amperstar. L. At key 7 CUM. OK. Double worth it. Reply. Edit text insertion. Edit text. Table. Row 1 of no row
So
selected.
yeah, it worked. I'm going to remove the tab. I'm going to go Command P.
Configure custom tabs. Tab configuration window.
Highlight
OK. Apply button.
the
User ID. Selected.
test
Tab.
tab
Table. Row 5 of 5. OK. Remove button.
and click remove.
Press remove button.
There's no confirmation, by the way, so
OK. Default.
be aware of that. And then click OK. So it's actually really simple to create a user tab, or any type of tab in Night Owl. Just remember where it is in your position. It's on the left of your home timeline, always. And you don't need to restart. I like your ReviewQ, except they took a year and a half to update, and all they added were long DMs. They did not add the quoted tweets, or anything else that the Twitter API, Application Programming Interface, suggested that they add. I waited 2.5 years, or maybe 2 years for this. I'm quite happy with it, but I expected to see more. Better performance, for one thing. The tech list that I have still shows 20 items. They fixed that in my other lists, but I'm not really sure why that happens. Oh, and there's no way to contact the developers anymore. They have no email address. It's with Google. It's with Twitter only, and the site is through Google. Google Sites. That's fine, but the site looks horrible. It just looks horrible. There's not even much content. You'll drive traffic away from that site. You certainly have driven mine. The only time I access that site is if I need to contact the Twitter accounts to that, but they don't even answer those either. So it's almost worthless contacting them in that regard. So yeah, I think that's about it. It's around 7 o'clock, so I will take the time, put this up on YouTube. For those of you who are interested in the book, want to read the quick start guide, and I'm not as rough, actually, in the book. In fact, I'm a lot more gentle than I was tonight. I basically explain step by step on how to go through stuff, as a sighted person would. I include voiceover in the footnotes, and I also include, for those of you who want it, audio recordings. They're in a separate package, which comes with the book, the audio files, and a script that is included to help the beginner user and the advanced user who doesn't want to type much create a bootable thumb drive like... Hey, where'd it go? I can't reach. Like this one in my hand. It's a SanDisk 8 gig flash drive that I used to create a bootable of, well, actually, I didn't create a bootable of El Capitan yet. But yeah, I am a lot more gentle than I was tonight. Tonight, my goal was to dismiss most, if not all, the AppleVis bugs, and I think I did it. So I dismissed most of them anyway. They're features, not bugs. And the way to get around the Safari repeating thing is just to restart VoiceOver. That wasn't in the GM, actually. That issue was not in the GM. So yeah, something broke when they released it to the public. I don't know what, but something did break. Alright, well, take care, you guys. Be blessed. And I will talk to all of you later. If you guys are interested in the book again, go to tffppodcast.com/books. Or you can follow at TFFP Podcast on Twitter. I also do music stuff, and you can follow that account. Its account is SAMUSIC1. It's SAMUSIC number 1. And yeah, you guys should be good to go. My portfolio is at alawamiproductions.com/listen. And to those who are where it's Eastern time, good night. To those where it's Pacific time, happy dinner. To those who are just waking up in the morning, good morning. Listening to this in the morning while you're getting ready for work. Oh, good morning. Oh, geez. So anyway, guys, I will talk to all of you later.
Flip camera button.
And
Show off button. Comment button. I forgot I was doing this.
I will.
Stop
Yeah,
button.
have fun.
Flip stop button. Button. Stop button. End stream. Are you sure not to win this? Cancel.